Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So today I'm going to be taking you through my thoughts on the ThinkRider X7 Pro. I've had this for about 2 years now, and for 90% of the time it's been really good. However, there are a few things that stop me from recommending it to most people, and we shall get into those in a bit. So before we start, I've got to say I bought it with my own money, so I can be 100% honest about it, and if it is rubbish, I will say so. Actually, that's not true. I did actually get it as a gift from my girlfriend, so the point still stands. Anyway, let's jump straight in. So like I said, I've been using it for almost 2 years now. I use it with mostly TrainerRoad and Zwift. If you scroll down my channel, you'll see loads of cringy videos of me sprinting on this machine and pushing it to its very limits. Also, it's the only smart trainer I've been using, so it's definitely had a lot of mileage. As for the specs, it's pretty solid and it certainly holds its own against other smart trainers you can get. So I'm not going to get into things such as power accuracy and flywheel weight. There are loads of other channels which will go into more detail about those things. What I want to focus on is how it is to live with and how it has held up over time. So 2 years in and it's still working, but there are a few things I want to go over. Firstly, I struggle... Hello, cat. Firstly, I find that... Let's get rid of the cat. Firstly, I find that in ERG mode, it struggles to offer enough resistance at really low cadences. So for example, in my workouts, when I'm using TrainerRoad on ERG mode, I find that if it requires 300 watts and I do it at 90 RPM, it's fine, it can offer the resistance. But I find if I want to do it at 60 RPM, it really won't give me the resistance I need. It will drop down to about 250 watts. So I think that's the limit to the resistance it can offer. Although rather strangely, if I'm not in ERG mode, for example, if I'm going up a hill in Zwift and I'm grinding up at like 60 RPM, it can offer the resistance just fine. So I'm not really sure what the deal with that is. It's just a very strange quirk just in ERG mode. Okay, so that's the first problem I've had. The second problem I've had is that the AC adapter gave out after about 1 year. So at first I thought there was something wrong with the trainer, but then I replaced the AC adapter and everything was working fine. So it's just a small thing, but replacing these costs about £5, but it's not a big deal really. Okay, so those are the two small problems I've had. What about the good things? So firstly, I like that it provides a lot of side-to-side movement. This means that it should be more comfortable than some really rigid smart trainers. It offers about 5 degrees of motion left to right, like this. So when you're sprinting, for example, it really gives you a bit of leeway and it feels a bit more like a real bike. So apparently this is supposed to be really good for your bike frame as well. It's supposed to put less fatigue onto that, but I don't know how true that actually is. Also, I can't really comment that much on the comfort because this is the only direct drive smart trainer I've ever owned. So I don't know if the other ones also offer a lot of side-to-side rotation. If they do, then that's great. If not, then maybe you should consider this one. So another good thing about the ThinkRider is it comes with a lot of accessories. When I got mine, it came with a floor mat, a cassette, and a heart rate monitor. So it's not too bad, lots of things in the box. I know lots of other companies will nickel and dime you for those sort of things, but with the ThinkRider it came with it, which is pretty good. However, despite all these good things, I don't think this is a smart trainer I can really recommend to like 90% of people, and that's because it's only really good value here in China, which is where I live. So when I got this, it cost about 4,000 Chinese yuan, which is about £500. And in China, that works out cheaper than buying something like a Wahoo Kicker or a Zwift Hub, because obviously foreign products are going to be imported and then they're going to cost more. So buying something local works out to be cheaper. But if you live in the West, like England or America, you're going to find the opposite problem. So in England, on the ThinkRider website, it goes for $899, which is a ridiculous amount of money really, especially when you consider that other brands such as Wahoo and Zwift offer their own smart trainers for about $500. So yeah, I don't think it's really a good value proposition. That's not just for this ThinkRider one. There's a few other Chinese companies that make smart trainers such as Domane. They offer a T3000, which goes for about $750, which again is pretty expensive. I know if you look on websites such as AliExpress, you can get them for a lot cheaper than that, but I think you'd need to find a really good deal to justify buying one of these over a Wahoo or a Zwift one. So yeah, it's a bit of a difficult recommendation for me. So bear in mind, when you buy a Zwift hub or a Wahoo, you always get 1 year free with Zwift as well. So that's like an extra £100 worth of value onto it as well. So for me, I think the Chinese smart trainer would need to come in at around £300 to be able to make it worth it. You've got to consider that when you're buying something from halfway across the world, the warranty and customer service are probably going to be nearly non-existent. And if you do have a problem with it, you're going to end up shipping this smart trainer halfway around the world at your own expense. Even doing that is going to cost you like £100 probably. So you've really got to take that into consideration when you're thinking about buying one of these. For most people, I'd recommend just getting a Zwift hub or a Wahoo Kicker Core. Those two look like the good deals at the moment. Anyway, that's it from me. If you like this video, be sure to hit the thumbs up, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.